As the clock ticks down to Election Day, just 45 days away. Can you believe it? Joining us now are ABC multi-platform reporter Jay O'Brien and NPR White House correspondent and ABC News contributor Asma Khalid. Welcome to you both. Good morning. Hey, Jay, we've got several issues happening at the same time in some key states. We've got that North Carolina scandal. The GOP candidate for governor there reportedly posting on adult websites. He's denied it. But then you also have Ohio's GOP governor condemning those Trump comments on Haitian immigrants. Could this hurt Republicans?
Well, Gio, in politics, you never want to be playing defense. You always want to be playing offense. And these are two stories that just in a matter of a week or so have caused Republicans to, A, have to play defense and even cause divisions among some Republicans. There are Republicans on the Mark Robinson story that said if that CNN report is true, those allegations against Robinson would be, quote unquote, damning. And then, of course, on the flip side, as you mentioned, Mike DeWine, that brewing kind of drip, drip, drip of Republicans coming out and saying that these allegations about Haitian immigrants eating pets in Springfield, Ohio, are also inappropriate. DeWine in that op-ed called out Trump and Vance directly, saying that he's saddened that they continue to perpetrate these false claims. Point being, they've caused division amongst Republicans. The Trump campaign is not really responding, not doing the traditional political thing of trying to course correct or respond to all of this. Instead, they're just pursuing forward and letting Trump, in a way, be Trump.
All right, Jay, thank you for that. Asma, I want to bring you in. Kamala Harris's big push on the campaign trail has really been focusing on reproductive rights. So talk to us about whether that's an important campaign strategy for her.
Well, I would say from her campaign standpoint, it is really central to their message, in major part because polls show that voters trust Harris more on issues of reproductive rights, abortion, than they trust Donald Trump. I was out with Harris the other night, Thursday night, when she sat down with Oprah Winfrey. And in the audience, there was the mother and sister of this young woman in Georgia who died recently because of complications from an abortion after that state's abortion ban. And there were women, I will tell you, in the audience wiping away tears. The Harris campaign believes that abortion is an issue where they can attract independent-leaning voters, Republican women. And the reason they think that is because in every state where abortion has been put directly to voters since Roe versus Wade was overturned, voters have chosen to expand abortion rights. So it's something you saw her lean into in Georgia yesterday. They've got this reproductive rights bus tour going around. It is an issue they believe is one of their most compelling.
So, Jay, let's go back to you and touch on the economy. Of course, another huge issue that had been leaning in Trump's favor in the polls recently, but Vice President Kamala Harris appears to be tightening the gap a little bit.
Absolutely. There was a new AP NORC poll out just yesterday that shows 43% of respondents said they trust Trump to handle the economy, 41% Harris. And while Trump's got just a few point edge, it's a statistical tie pretty much. That shows that Vice President Harris has shaken up this race on this issue since Joe Biden was at the top of the ticket. The ABC News Ipsos, we did a poll in May when Joe Biden was the Democratic nominee, and Trump beat Biden on the economy by 14 points. That is just another sign of how different this race is, and another sign of just, frankly, how close it will come down to.
Yeah, Jay, incredible to see how close it's coming as we get closer and closer to the election. All right, Asma, in his last few months in office, President Biden is really looking to cement his legacy. What's he focusing on right now?
Well, really, one aspect that a lame duck president can really focus on a lot, and that's what President Biden is seen these days as, is foreign policy. And you're going to see him do that over the next several days. He's in Wilmington, his hometown, today, inviting the leaders of Japan, Australia, and India for this partnership known as the Quad. It's really seen as an attempt to counterbalance China's influence in the region. Then President Biden will be at the UN General Assembly later this week, outlining his vision for the world, meeting with President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. Really, I will say centrally, Biden is a man whose political career was based a lot on him being a foreign policy guy. The challenge for him is that there are multiple conflicts around the globe, Ukraine, obviously the war in the Middle East, that remain unresolved with no easy solution, and he's leaving office soon.
Asma Khalid and Jay O'Brien, thank you both so much for joining us this morning.